Hi, comic book fans, and welcome to another suddenlycomics.com video. It is a Monday night. This is the price rare variance. I am here with everybody's favorite Canadian, Alan. And Alan has been digging around in the Flintstones and Baby Huey and Buck Rogers. And if you go over on to his channel, you can see us looking at those books. But today we are here with me, and we are going to start with. What we're going to start with, Alan? Let's have a look. We're starting with Doom Patrol. I love me a bit of
Yeah,
Doom
so we did
Patrol.
Teen Titans, right?
Yeah,
On
yeah,
my channel.
yeah.
This is one of the Teen Titans that I really like. This is I think this is the first appearance of
It
Beast Boy.
is the first appearance of Beast Boy. Now, Alan, I just picked this up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, last week. There was an auction close to me, and they had two lots of Doom Patrol. They had Doom Patrol 85, which is the first titled Doom Patrol. The first
Oh, okay.
actual Doom Patrol was in My Greatest Adventure issue
Yeah,
80.
yeah.
And then they changed the title to Doom Patrol issue 85. So I picked
Hmm.
up issues 85 through to about 105 complete
Oh,
run.
wow. That's a nice
Yeah,
little collection.
it was really nice. I was really pleased to pick them up. I do like these Doom Patrol covers. And this one
This
is,
one's funky. I like this one.
it
It's
is
got
funky. Yeah,
a, yeah.
yeah. Um, I already had a I already had a copy of 85. So I put the copy I got in auction last week on my Whatnot show on Sunday, and it sold straight away. So
Yeah. People like Doom Patrol. I mean, Doom
yeah,
Patrol's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. So we've got Robot Man, Elastic Girl, and Mr. Negative.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this one is it is like the first Beast Boy, and Beast Boy is kind of a cool character for Teen Titans. So
Yes,
I thought this was a
and they are fighting the
the
fantastic
Bug Man.
Bug Man and his incredible insect army.
Hmm.
Great cover, right? Love it. What's the date on this, Alan? 1165, yeah. So we're
Yeah.
into Fantastic Four's been running a couple of years. Um, but they're a bit of a they're weirder than the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, yeah, they are. So this is like $960. I think that's so cheap for Beast Boy's first appearance. I just think Beast Boy is such a cool
I
character.
Yeah, it doesn't sell for a lot. What was it? A 9.6, did you say? Oh, here it is.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
92, I
there
think.
we go. It's down. Wow, this sale here is a COVID price, I think. It's
Yeah.
$2,000. So the sale before that was 2016 and it was 860. So it's put on $100 uh in 9 years.
So it doesn't sell that often, I think is the thing.
Now, how many of
Yeah,
these
the
are
fact,
there? There's 626 of them.
yeah, you'd think there would be more sales, right?
Yeah, yeah, you would. Perhaps people
Um,
hang on to it once they've got it.
yeah, I mean that COVID sale is kind of crazy. It just shows you how crazy the prices were during COVID. Everyone was everyone was buying crazy things, and also the show was running at that
Yeah,
time.
I
I
mean,
think
if you
during
look here,
COVID.
Alan, in 2013, it was a $205 comic. I suspect this rise here is due to the TV shows.
I think it was because of Teen Titans Go being popular, right? And then
Okay.
Teen Titans, and then or Titans, I should say, and then
Yeah, because Beast Boy was in the Doom Patrol, was in the Titans
yeah,
um
Titans, yeah.
series.
So yeah,
Right, very good one. I like that one. Right. Oh, we're back with the cartoon theme. And this
this
time
one I thought was really weird.
this
I
is
was surprised.
weird, and it took me ages to find this, Alan, because when I
It's
typed
no
Bullwinkle,
numbered.
there was no number on it. So
Yeah,
it's not Bullwinkle 1. It's all
no,
made Bullwinkle and what's his partner's name?
Rocky and
Rocky.
Bullwinkle.
All the other ones were Bullwinkle and Rocky. And this
Hmm.
cover actually is used on on Bullwinkle and Rocky issue 23. which is what I
Oh,
found
okay.
originally. I had to go quite a long way down the list on Go Collect to find this.
Yeah, it's a weird one. I was actually surprised how much it sold for. To me, that seems really high.
I bet you there's not many of these, Alan. I think,
I bet you're right. I actually found a copy on eBay afterwards,
right.
just to like, but it's like a low grade kind of beat copy for like 20 bucks kind of level. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this is 9.6,
Yeah, it's
which is
high. 144.
really high. I thought this was a high price though. I because it's nothing key. There's no key
But
about it.
didn't
Maybe
we get a Bullwinkle and Rocky film lot a few years ago?
yeah, we did. But that was many years ago. That's more like
Was it?
15 years ago.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was wild. It was there was a Boris and Natasha movie. It was called, I believe.
Oh,
Did
I'll go collect, get your act together.
okay, so there's only 10 on the census.
Only 10 on the census. And it's like going,
So it's super
unfortunately,
rare.
uh, well, whether that's a COVID price or not, I don't know, but it's been on the drop since then. Um,
I'm actually surprised that it had a higher sale. What was the high sale on this one?
uh, 1980.
Wow. Maybe somebody knows something I don't. I'm just surprised that it would sell that high. I mean, I like Rocky and Bullwinkle, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't pay 2,000 for some random Rocky and Bullwinkle.
It's rare though, Alan. I mean,
Yeah, it is
there's
rare.
19 of them, it is an oddity. But how many collectors are there out there for Bullwinkle without a Rocky?
I don't know. I mean, this is uh it's a cool book, but is it $2,000 cool book? I'm not sure. I don't
No,
think so.
well, it's $1,400 at the moment. It's still quite a lot of money. No,
Yeah.
afraid not, Alan. Afraid that's a miss. Uh,
Yeah, I'm surprised that it was actually down though. I thought it would be actually a record sale. I was like, oh,
I know
this
when I
has
saw
to
the
be a
price,
record.
I agree with you. I thought, oh, that must be a record. It's not.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm really delighted here to see an underground comic hitting in top third place on the list this week.
Now this is a really interesting one. This is ZAP Comics number 2.
Yep.
This is the first appearance of the most racist character in comics, Angel Food McSpade. Just a really over the top racist character.
And
Like,
is this
and
her first
actually,
appearance in here? It doesn't say it on.
yes,
Doesn't say it on the
yeah,
CBC.
yeah, it is. Robert Crumb basically decided, hey, in order to put those racists in their place, I'll make a super racist character. It's just so bad.
Oh
Yeah,
no, I'm familiar with Angel Face. Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So Angel Food McSpade,
Angel
yeah,
Food. Yes, sorry.
yeah. It's yeah, it's way over the top. So um yeah. There's nothing else to say. It is what it is. But these underground comics are quite rare, especially getting first printings. So that's what most people don't realize is like
Oh
these things
yeah.
had like 20 printings, they would have like multiple printings.
You've got to be really careful with the underground comics.
Yeah.
As you
And it's
said,
not always obvious that they're first or second or third or whatever it
you
is.
need to do your research. Usually, the price is a good indicator.
Yeah,
The indicia can also help sometimes.
sometimes.
Not always.
Yeah.
It is a tricky thing on underground comics.
Hmm.
I think I've got this somewhere. I don't think it's in a 9.8 though.
I have it, but mine's maybe like a 7. Um, it's this is a pretty big book. Even in like the mid grades, this book sells for big money
Right.
because there's a lot of Robert Crumb fans. So $5,000
$1,000.
sells.
That's a
That's
lot of money. I was
yeah,
saw that. I thought, wow, I don't see
yeah,
it
it's pretty impressive.
go for that price very often.
Yeah. So that's pretty high for underground comic.
It is an underground comic.
Mm.
That's a
But it's
record, Alan.
well, obviously this is going to be the highest on the census. It's a rare book to find in that
Here we go.
crazy high
Has
range.
Alan managed to pick something that's gone up in value?
and I think got to refresh it.
Yes.
Oh wow, really up actually.
Yes, but that was 10 years. So
It's got some time to have
mind
grown.
you, that's still pretty good return on your investment. If you'd paid what you paid you $1,300 10 years ago, you're
It's
now
gone up
worth
five times.
5,000. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
nearly
not a
five
bad
times.
return.
No, that'll do. That's a good one,
Yeah.
Alan.
Okay, so that's a really nice upswing
And
on
there's
this
only
one.
34 on the census.
Yeah. Again, this is one of those books you get graded at the higher grades.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's
And that
um
is one of one. It's also a one of one, Alan. There's only one not.
so highest on the census, so that's gonna really drive up the price.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's good to see that people are willing to pay that kind of high price for these underground comics.
yeah,
You know, in a lot of ways, the underground comics have been sort of like underground. Like they just haven't really you know, a few of the Robert Crumb ones have always been kind of hot, like ZAP Comics, but or you know, any of the ones that he has done. But you know, when they have these big sales, I think it kind of puts it on people's radars again. And I think that's a good thing.
yeah. I've got a whole box of. I think I've got.
I got a long box
Yeah,
devoted to
I've got a long
underground.
box full of them as well. Yeah.
Hmm.
Probably quite a few duplicates there as well because I just buy when I see them in auction, a bundle of 50 or 60 underground comics.
Yeah,
Even if I'm only missing 10 of them, I'll buy it and then I end up with
they
loads.
actually sell reasonably well too
They
because
do
people
sell. They do.
they're quirky and people think
Yeah,
they're interesting.
yeah, they do
Yeah,
sell. Because also nowadays, I'm selling to adults, not kids, and
yeah, that's true.
they have adult content.
Very much so. It's like usually drugs, sex, and rock and roll.
Yeah,
Um,
usually.
so yeah,
Those are generally the main subjects. Right,
mhm,
moving on. Oh, from the sublime to the ridiculous. From the ridiculous to the sublime. Here
yeah.
we got X-Men
You,
1. So we go from
X-Men
ZAP
one.
Comics #2 to X-Men 1.
You know what's interesting? Like I've been trying to get X-Men one on the list for a while now, but it hasn't been selling recently.
We've
I haven't.
had this on the show loads of time, Alan.
We've had it on the show before, but you don't see it as much as you'd expect. It's not as common at the auction house. I think people have been holding it back. So I was happy to see there was actually two copies that sold this week. So this was
Now,
one of
I've
them.
just noticed something that I know I always mention the fact that we've got Iceman throwing snowballs at
Yes,
Magneto. What I hadn't actually spotted that he's missed is not only is he throwing something completely useless at Magneto, but his aim is so bad he's missed.
I know. Well, it's not that he missed. I think, you know, there's you can see there's like a bit of a curve. The
Oh, do you
magnetic
think he's do
field.
you think Magneto's shield has deflected the snowballs?
Yes. Yes, that's what's happening there. But the weird thing is like he's really close range. It's like be
Yeah.
really even if you're deflecting it, you'd think, yeah, but oh well.
I mean, even if he'd aimed them at where Cyclops was making a hole in the Cyclops beam would have melted them.
Yeah. So it would have made Magneto wet. That'd probably be the only result.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Right. That's a great. I always like taking the mick out of this cover. Right. $7,500 for a 4.0. Now, what do you think,
Now
Alan?
that's going to be really low. That's going to be really low. I can tell you right now. But it's good to see it on the list regardless.
Okay.
I think this is more like
It's
a
not as low as it
$15,000.
has been, but you're right.
Yeah,
Is it at pre-COVID? Pre-COVID, it's around pre-COVID price.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a pre-COVID price.
Because I think this went up to like 20 some odd thousand.
Oh, it went to something horrendous. Wait a minute, what was it going to go to? Some poor person paid 12. Oh, no, wait a minute.
Is that right? Only 12?
No, 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 that's wrong. I can't get the.
Little pointy thing.
No, it's 26,000.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember it being like a crazy crazy price. I thought it
If
was
you bought
around
this at
5,000 a point.
26,000, you've lost nearly $20,000.
Yeah, I remember it being around 5,000 a point. It was crazy. So yeah. So but you know, this is sort of it looks like it's sort of maybe stabilizing. I think that's why people,
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's stabilizing around the pre-COVID price.
yeah, which is kind of sad in a way. This, you'd expect a little bit of growth on this book, but this is one of those ones where,
But there's a lot of them, Alan.
well, the problem is like anything that went crazy during COVID. I think there's the almost opposite effect where when the price corrects, it really corrects.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, this one really went crazy. Like you can see, it's almost a straight line up. It's like, it's like it's like
Yeah.
it's the worst possible situation, and it
Yeah, it took
has
about
to
two
just
months to go up, and then it's taken another 3.5 years to come down, back
come
down.
back to reality. Yeah. So I think that's the big problem with this one. Yeah, and there's like a lot of them on the census. This was later on where, Marvel number ones, new teams were going to get collected and saved. So there's like 6,000 of these on the census. I mean,
Yeah.
almost 7,000.
Yeah.
Um,
And the
so
problem,
yeah.
as we discussed before with comics like this, where there's a lot of them, is that, they're easily available. These are going to come up. If
Yeah.
you want to find one of these, I can probably go and find you one to buy if you want to buy it.
Also, this one kind of suffered. As I said, I hadn't seen them on Heritage for a little while now. These X-Men ones. When they came up this time, they put two at the same time,
It's crazy.
which is stupid. You're gonna kill the price.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
okay, oh, maybe I won't get the first one. Wait for the second one. You know what I mean? Like, it's like just dumb things like that.
Yeah. The second one sold for a bit more. Yeah. The second one was a 2.5 and it
Yeah,
sold for 5,000.
yeah.
How's that work?
Well, that's what I'm saying. People like, they'll underbid on the first one, and then they'll, oh, I guess they're gonna miss out, and then they'll bid a little higher on the second.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really dumb. So that's why, like, whenever they do this, I really think it's a really dumb way to sell comics is to have two of the same book. You're just gonna kill the value.
Right. Okay. Moving
It
on
was a
to a
mistake
lot.
on the Heritage. Okay,
Okay.
last one.
Oh, there we go. It's I think this is the main comic of the Silver Age. Alan disagrees. Um,
Yeah, I think
he's a
Amazing
Spidey
Fantasy.
man. He thinks Spider-Man 1 or Amazing Fantasy 15 is the key
But
one.
this is for Marvel, this is the big book. This is the book that really saved Marvel from, you know, circling the drain.
Uh,
And this is a Nancy copy, I guess. Or Jane Nuncy.
Jane Nunsa, this was a girl, and you always say that you think girls mistreat comics.
Well, it's a 3-0.
Well, at least it still exists.
That's true.
Jane must have kept it in. It's not bad looking 3.0.
It's not too bad. It's a little like the color's a little off, but it's not a white cover or
Now, I
anything.
wonder if Jane was the person that kept this and then sold it, or whether it's some brother or somebody took it from her and made a lot of money when they sold it. Right, let's have a look.
Mhm.
It's a great cover. Here we go, all our favorite Fantastic
So
Four
I'm gonna
creatures.
guess this is slightly down. I would think this is more like a $10,000 book, but it's close, is my guess on this one. See,
It's
actually, the fair market value they say is 10,000. See, I was
yeah,
totally wrong.
yeah. So it's a bit below the fair market value. It is around about
Pre-COVID.
it's pre-COVID value, yeah. So
So
like
again,
like X-Men, this has gone back to its pre. It's been fairly solid around this sort of level for the last year or so, to be honest. Uh,
yeah. This is what again you'll notice any of the ones that had that massive spike, they have a massive correction, and it's just like,
yeah,
and
this
I
sold
think
for nearly $30,000 on April 2022.
yeah, craziness. Um, And actually, this has a lower census count. It's only
Oh, yeah, it'll
3,100.
be a lot lower than X-Men 1. Yeah, half.
Yeah.
3,132. Yeah.
And I think that's because this was the first,
Yeah,
book where they
yeah, they didn't
kind
know
of put
how it was
Marvel
going
back on
to
the
go.
map, right?
Yeah, exactly. My mate Alan Class tore his up when he got when he got a
I know. So crazy. But yeah, Fantastic Four. The movie is coming out. You would expect a little bit of a jump on this one,
Yeah, I
but
think I think the movie thing has changed. I think the comic collecting aficionados now know that buying on the hype of a movie is not the good
it's
right
not
thing.
a good idea. No.
They now no longer do this increase.
Well, I think a lot of the time people they feel like, oh, I've gotten burned so many times on these bad Marvel movies. There's bad rumors circulating around the Fantastic Four movie. Um, so I think people are just a little holding back. They're not, they'll wait and see. If the movie's great, I bet
Yes,
this
yes,
book
yeah,
will
no.
go up.
I think it's changed now. I think it will depend on the quality of the movie and how the movie does. It's the same with
Yeah.
the Superman movie. I think my Superman's not changed price at all. So I think it will depend on whether the movie's a hit or not.
But the weird thing is with the Superman one, actually, the Superman keys are actually going up. I found that or at least the sales are going up, I should say.
Hmm.
The values might be similar, but
I've not really noticed the value going up.
yeah, but I have noticed that people, especially with crypto, people are chasing after
Oh no,
crypto coverage.
crypto. It's like Lois Lane. When I say Superman, I mean actual titles with Superman. If you go to Lois Lane performs very well. And
Yeah,
anything with any cryptocurrency with crypto on the cover.
yeah,
I finally now understand cryptocurrency.
because of crypto.
It's got crypto on the cover. It's money in the bank.
Yeah, but I actually, what's funny? Uh, just speaking of crypto, and we're not promoting cryptocurrency on this channel, by the way. Um, there was another YouTuber that he was talking about crypto, right? Because crypto is going to be in the movie. It's going to be a big thing. Uh, and his channel got blocked by YouTube
Why? Because they thought he was talking about cryptocurrency.
because the AI didn't understand that he was talking about Superman's dog Crypto. They didn't understand, so they blocked his channel.
Oh, we better stop talking about it then, Alan.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully your channel will still be around next week.
Oh, as
Yeah,
usual, you
it's
did these
messed up.
dody things on my show, not on
I
yours.
always I have to. That's like I'm not gonna do it on my channel. Oh my goodness. It took me forever to build that channel.
Yes, and I got who got Angel Face McFood Face? I got that as well, didn't I?
Yeah, you got that. You get all the wonderful stuff on your channel.
Okay,
So, yeah.
all right.
I make the list, so that's a good
Well,
thing
that's
here.
fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, so that is it for this week. We'll be back next week when we take another look at the Silver Age comic market with everybody's favorite Canadian. Bye.
Thanks.